Myrna is one of the lead pastors from Spirit Life Community Church in Norwalk. Myrna's heart beats for the city of Norwalk. She is an integral part of the community, serving for more than 10 years. Also, she has been a Norwalk resident for 27 years. Myrna's biggest passion includes building the lives of individuals from her ministry and encouraging them to reach their potential. On her spare time, Myrna makes charcuterie trays and grazing tables. She enjoys the shared moments with her husband and family. In fact, she is overjoyed upon expecting her first grandbaby girl in June. Yay!
Thank you.
That's awesome. As a grandmother of 3, oh my gosh, you're gonna so in love, so in love. Congratulations, Myrna, and thank you for coming today and joining us. And after the invocation, if you would please accept a certificate on our behalf, and we'll take a couple of photos. Now, a round of applause for our guest this evening, Myrna, to lead us in the invocation, please. And it's all yours.
Thank you that you are here. And I pray, Father, for every council member. I pray for our mayor, God, that every decision that would cross this podium and their desk, God, that you would be in the midst of that decision, that you would give them wisdom, that you would allow them to see the big picture the way that you do, God. I pray that you would give them peace, that you would give them grace and favor as they move throughout the decision-making process. I pray for every person that's here tonight that they would be able to do their part for our city, God, to make it the best. We thank you, we praise you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hold still. One more shot. 1, 2, 3. I love your photo. Thank you so much. Oh, it's great to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pastor Myrna, thank you so much. It's on. What did I do? There. I just wanted to thank you publicly. I had a mess in in my spare room, and Pastor Myrna and our good friend Mercedes came because that's one of the other things that she does. She helps people who are having a hard time, like some of us, like many of us, with a lot of clutter and stuff, to declutter, to help, to make things right, and of course, donations to the church as well, right, to the parish. So thank you so much, and she is available for that. She's very helpful. Thank you.
Okay. All right, up next, we have Dominic Ortiz Olivas. If you could come over to the podium while I read a little bit about you, okay? Dominic attends Edmondson Elementary School. Born and raised in Norwalk, he is a bright student that is currently in the 2nd grade. He has amazing academic skills in math and reading, but also has strong leadership abilities. He loves soccer and is part of the Edmondson coding team. He is paving the way for success while inspiring those around him. Thank you for being here, Dominic. After the flag salute, I'll present you with the certificate and we'll take a few photos. Now, whenever you're ready, we're glad to have you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. Place the flag. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Come on over. Nice to meet you. I'm Margarita. Nice to meet you. So Dominic, on behalf of the city of Norwalk, thank you for reciting the Pledge of Allegiance during our February 6, 2024 City Council meeting. Your leadership and courage make our community a better place. Congratulations. Here's your certificate. And you also get one of our medals. Is it okay if I put it on you?
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you.
One more time over here. 1, 2, 3, smile. Colleagues, if you'd like to join me for a photo. I went to Edmondson. Yeah. You like it? You like the school? Who do you have here? You have parents here, brothers, sisters? Who came with you today? Do you want them to come up for the photo? Brothers and sisters. Yeah. Oh, come on up. Come on up. Go on that side. Great. Okay. All right. Is April one of your teachers? Yeah. April is the teacher. Yes. So I was in his classroom when I went to visit.
That's actually amazing. Sorry, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Next.
Let's go for 2 more photos. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And one more shot. 1, 2, 3, smile. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's nice meeting you. Let's give Dominic another round of applause. Thank you so much.
Dominic, thank you, thank you. Make sure you share tomorrow when you go to school that you were the guest for the Pledge of Allegiance, the city meeting. Okay, we'll continue now with our roll call. Teresa?
Council members Perez,
Here.
Ramirez,
Here.
Valencia,
Here.
Mayor Rios.
Here. Thank you. Closed session report, please.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. The record should reflect that the City Council, with all 4 members that were present this evening, were present in closed session. That prior to recessing into closed session, the 4 items were announced for discussion in closed session, were as listed on the agenda, and the following is my report. On all 4 items, the City Council received a briefing on those matters. There was no action taken, direction was provided, but there's nothing required to be reported tonight pursuant to the Brown Act. That concludes my report, Madam Mayor. It's appropriate to continue with the open portion of the meeting.
Thank you so much, Arnold. And we will proceed with our city council comments, and we'll begin this evening with Councilmember Perez.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good evening, everyone. I am sure you are all grateful to be inside and not out in the parking lot. Please continue to be safe, be aware of your surroundings, especially when driving. Please be safe out there. I'd like to just point out that our Norwalk Now did come out, so please make sure you get a chance to read it. We do have the Senior Center newsletter on the go, so it is there for all of the fun, exciting happenings at our Senior Center, as well as the Pathway to Services and everything that's going on at the Social Services Center. There has been so much going on here in our city, but what I would really like to highlight tonight is a huge, huge thank you to our public safety team, our EOC team, Gabby, everybody with your office, our HOPE team, our Sheriff's Department, and our Fire Department, our Public Services team. These past few days, we've had a little bit of water, I would say, coming down in our city. And that has presented some challenges throughout our city. But we want to make sure that everybody is safe. And I can honestly say that with the team that we have here in the city of Norwalk, they are on the ball. They are watching everything with a fine-tooth comb, and they are doing anything and everything to be not only aware of what is going on, but then to inform our residents. If you are not following things on Nixle, you're missing out, because we are getting reports every time there is an update. There's emails that are coming in, text messages. We are now getting phone calls with voicemails or recordings from City Hall. So we definitely here in the city of Norwalk are doing everything we can to keep our residents and businesses safe. And to those that are leading it, I just want to say thank you, because it is very comforting knowing that our city is really responding to what is going on. With that, I would like to close tonight's meeting, Madam Mayor, in memory of a dear friend of the city of Norwalk, Mr. Lou Bannis. And if some of you may remember Lou, he was a longtime resident, but he also served on the Cerritos College Board of Trustees, and he also served one term on city council here. If I may, Lou Bannis was born in 1946 and passed away in 2023. He lived with his wife, Agnes. He has three children, many grandchildren, and lived a very fruitful life here and around the various cities of Norwalk. Starting in 1982, he served a single term to the Norwalk City Council and was named Mayor Pro Tem in 1985. He also served on the Cerritos College Board of Trustees in 1975 and served 2 terms as the board president. Like I said, Lou is survived by his wife, Agnes, 3 children, Monica, Veronica, and Randall, 2 son-in-laws, and grandchildren. Lou led our city, and I think it's important that we remember him. So I would really like to close our meeting tonight in his honor. That's it, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Ramirez?
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. Well, welcome, everyone. I see that the rain didn't keep you indoors, right? To me, that's commitment, dedication, and most importantly, engagement of our community. So you guys didn't let the rain stop you, so that's very impressive. It would have stopped me. If we would have been able to teleconference, I would have been home teleconferencing tonight, but I want to commend you guys coming out to support us. I just want to piggyback on Councilmember Perez, and she mentioned all our staff, the hard work and dedication that they've participated and given not only to the residents in general when it came to the storm and the pending rains, and it's been quite a nightmare out there. To our public safety team, our public works, social services, our first responders, and also like to spotlight our communications and our public affairs division for getting the message out through social media, keeping our residents informed of every day of what's happening in our city when it comes to storms and emergencies, power outages, flooded streets, accidents. What I want to do is ask that residents be very patient with the drivers in front of you when you're out there. Create that space between you and the next driver. It was horrendous for me to get to the freeway the other day It's just people don't pay attention as they're driving, and the rain affects their driving. So just be cautious, give yourself that little extra time to get where you need to go, create that space. I also want to acknowledge one of our long-term employees, real briefly, Mr. David Plaza. He's not here tonight, but he was recognized by the Little Lake City School District on his participation and his contributions into our youth intervention program, which has been very successful in the city of Norwalk through Gabby's leadership, through our social services. And so I wanted to congratulate Mr. Plaza on his recognition by the Little Lake City School District, who was just recognized him last week on his contributions and keeping our youth on the right path. We invest a lot in our youth in this community through our arts and public programs, through our recreation programs, and through our outreach programs. And on that note, tonight, part of the social services and the Youth Intervention Academy, a new program starts today, the new Youth Intervention Academy, and it's a parenting and youth intervention classes. They're accepting last minute enrollment. Part of the program consists of parenting classes that start tonight, and then tomorrow youth intervention classes, and that's been led by another youth intervention worker through social services, and that's Mr. Anthony Garcia. So we want to continue to support these youth intervention programs because the youth are our future in Norwalk. Okay, I'd also like to acknowledge some of our former employees. I'd like to give a special recognition for former Public Safety Sergeant Erica Pena, who left the city of Norwalk and successfully completed and graduated the Los Angeles Fire Academy, and who is currently working as a firefighter in the South LA area. So I want to congratulate former Public Safety Sergeant Officer Pena. We have a lot of successful stories from a lot of our cadets and public safety officers that have left here in Norwalk and have gone to other careers in firefighting and in police work. So I'd like to see if we can get more stories on those. I know we had some recent academy graduates from the Sheriff's Department who've gone on. I'd also like to touch bases on the Lions Club International. It's one of the Norwalk's largest social nonprofit service organizations. They have a speech contest. They hold it every year, student speaker contest, and the topic for this year is "For a Better World, What Would You Change?" ? Finals winner can win up to $21,000. First level of competition will take place Wednesday, February 7th at 6 p.m. sharp here in the Norwalk City Council chambers. For more information, you can call 562-356-7918. Again, 562-356-7918. So we can get some good contestants competing. I'd also like to remind people that this Sunday is the Lions Club International annual fundraising breakfast at the Sproul Center here in the city of Norwalk. I know we have some Lions Club members out in the audience. Raise your hands, Lions. Okay, this fundraising opportunity and breakfast is from 8 to 12 on Sunday. It's open to the public. Buy your tickets early. There's a discount for buying them early, and they'll charge you at the door, but it's welcome to everyone, and it's usually a well-attended event, so I look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. And I believe that's all I have, and thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Valencia?
Thank you. Great to be back. Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just have a couple of things. I do want to say that I missed you all very much. I had COVID, and I know you know how that feels because you had it late last year, right? My goodness, it hit me pretty hard, kind of like the first time it ever hit. So anyway, it was out for about 10 days or so, but I was still trying to keep up with my emails and what have you. And as soon as I was well, I was over and, trying to do some of the things that we do here in the city. One of the things is Sunday, January 28th, the Norwalk third generation, I guess it's short for third generation, had their Nursing Academy grand opening. That is a wonderful thing, and we need more nurses. And so, of course, they need the preparation, and that's an excellent place to go, as well as we have other places in Norwalk, in and around Norwalk, that have some really good programs also. But we were very pleased to welcome third gen, along with our Chamber of Commerce, Norwalk Chamber of Commerce, to our city, and on a Sunday, because, you're going to touch on it?
Go ahead.
Oh, it was the birthday of the mother of the executive director. And I think there are 3 generations of nurses, and that was just beautiful. So we were very pleased and very proud to be there. And our mayor did a great job in installing it. And of course, our Chamber of Commerce directors as well. It was great. I was going to say Officer Ramirez, but Councilmember Ramirez was also there. I also attended Thursday, February 1st, last week, the Southeast Water Coalition, CWAC, the Board of Directors meeting, and that was it's being held in Vernon. I was very proud to see that our very own Director of Public Services, Glenn Cowell, was also present. And you see, we're going to be the host city starting in mid-year, so in July. So Glenn was very, responsible in getting the information that we need to have it here in our city to host it. So it was great. It had some really, good dialogue and some really good information as well. And I think that's it for my comments, other than I want to echo the comments that Councilmember Ramirez said. The Norwalk Lions Breakfast is going to be a great event. It always is. Great food, great people, great prizes, lots and lots of prizes. I'm actually going to donate a crock pot and a couple of other things. So I hope you join us. It's just a really good event for everybody to come in. Of course, Rick and I are members of our Lions Club here in Norwalk. And that's it. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're very welcome. Good evening again, and it's nice to see a good size group here with us. I wasn't sure what to expect because of the weather, but it's nice to see a lot of familiar faces and a couple of new faces. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening during our city council meeting and learning about some of the great things happening in your community, our community. A couple of things that I wanted to share is it's been an extremely busy year. We've already gotten through January, midway February, and we are just on a roll here. But earlier today, I was able to participate in a video that was being recorded through our Gear Up program. And for those of you that are not aware of Gear Up, it stands for Gaining Early Awareness and Readiness for Undergraduate Programs. What that is it is a group affiliated with Cal State Long Beach, which is my alma mater. And so they work with several of the schools in the Norwalk-Larmada Unified School District, specifically Waite, Los Alisos, Corvallis, and then Norwalk and John Glenn High School. And I was really thrilled to be able to give some information, some feedback to them during this recording of a film that they're working on to share about how this is significant in the city of Norwalk. I think most of us would agree that education is a game changer for many of us. And if we can have anything that supports, augments, mentors, provides opportunities for success and leadership for our youth, then that's a win-win. Because I think that when our youth receive those resources, and one part of their component is the parent component. So some of us grew up with parents who didn't quite understand how to navigate the process of applying for college, applying for scholarships, just how do we get there? And then once we get there, how do we graduate? So I think many of us, that's what we aspire our youth and our own children to do. And so through Gear Up, we're providing that opportunity for the youth here in Norwalk. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is, they were awarded a grant, and the grant specific to our community was one of only 6 in California. So that's a pretty big deal. And so anytime we can support the youth and see them be successful through supporting their vision, their dreams, it's definitely a worthwhile endeavor, because I really believe that that's how you change communities. When our youth are empowered, our parents are empowered for their future, that's really how you change lives and how you change families and how you build upon a community. So that was exciting to do. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had a couple of events. We had the Santa Sleigh Appreciation Dinner, where we were able to thank all the sponsors, all the volunteers, and I believe that this was the 35th year. Is that what we said, Jennifer? Yes. And so it was definitely a nice way to come together after the Santa Sleigh events that took place last year. As we know, many families and children look forward to that in the city of Norwalk. Councilmember Valencia also spoke about our 3rd Gen Nursing Academy. What made me really excited about that is that I have nurses in my family. So my sister is an RN, my sister-in-law is a PA, my nephew is an RN, and one of my sons is aspiring to be a registered nurse. So it really hit home in the sense that I know how hard it is for those that are aspiring to get into the medical field. And so it was nice to see that we have this in the city of Norwalk to help support those that are getting ready to pass their state exam and get certified so that they can serve in the healthcare industry. So please share that. If you know of anyone, any aspiring nurses out there, please share. We had our Angel Tree Appreciation, which is also very nice. We also had our homeless count through the LA County homeless count that we participated in, as we do every year. Thank you so much to Gabby and her team, Ozzy, our Public Safety Services, the HOPE team. We had a very nice group of volunteers comprised of residents and of our team here in the city, employees who wanted to be there because they wanted to volunteer, plain and simple. And so it was really, really nice to see that. Plus, we had some nonprofit organizations there, and we also had clergy members from other churches and locations that just wanted to participate in the count and participate in the count and give back to the city of Norwalk. So it was good. It was a good evening with worthwhile work. Thank you so very much to everyone who participated, and we look forward to hearing about the results in the near future. Remembering that obviously it was so important to hold the homeless count because it helps us to further advance our efforts to help those individuals that are experiencing housing insecurity. And so I know it's an important topic to very many of us here in the city. We also held our very first Youth Expo, which was really neat. Thank you, Park and Rec, your staff, through your leadership for bringing this together. My understanding, it was an idea that kind of came from the commission, and collectively between the commissioners and the Park and Rec team, you came up with this idea. Very, very nice event and very nicely attended. So thank you for that. And I also was able to, on behalf of the city council, to present a proclamation to the outgoing mayor, Mr. Inez, from the city of Bellflower. And I also had a conversation with the newer director for the Council of Governments, Mr. Hector de la Torre, And the reason I mention that is because we have a COG that is representative of, I believe it's 26 cities. And so regionally, because we share a lot of the same issues, concerns, challenges, as a whole, we try to advocate for issues that we may be experiencing in our own community that may or may not relate to other cities. But one unique issue, unfortunate issue that we have continued to see happen is incidents that occur off the 105 in Studebaker. And so we have a plan here in working with our city manager to hopefully make some progress in how we deal with that issue so that we finally address it somehow or mitigate somehow the frequency of those occurrences, especially injuries or fatalities that may occur as a result of those traffic incidents. So I reached, in my conversation with Mr. Delatorre, I asked him to please join us and advocate on behalf of the city of Norwalk for this issue. And so anything that we can do to bring more attention or light to that particular problem and draw from other resources like the Council of Governments, we're going to do it. And I think that's pretty much all I have for this evening. Again, very, very busy time. Okay. We're going to continue now with our special presentations. And I'm going to begin by proclaiming February as National African American History Month. Yay, yes. This February is National African American History Month, as City of Norwalk recognizes the contributions of African American communities to our nation's history and culture. It is a time dedicated to acknowledging the past contributions, struggles, and achievements of African Americans to our community. This stays true to this day as they help shape our country's government. That is why the City of Norwalk is proud to proclaim February as National African American History Month. Accepting this proclamation is Norwalk-Lamrod Unified School District Board President Rios, or as I lovingly refer to him as Jose. Please, my colleagues, join me here as we present this proclamation to Board President Rios. We'll take a few photos.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Our next presentation is proclaiming February 5th to the 9th as National School Counseling Week. Yes. This week, we acknowledge the unique roles played by counselors in the lives of students, both in our local community and nationwide. These dedicated professionals have such great commitment to guiding their students and exploring their abilities, strengths, and talents. Thank you to all the school counselors who help enhance our students' development. They all inspire our own students to dream big and reach for their aspirations. Accepting this proclamation is also the Norwalk-Lamrod Unified School District Board President, Mr. Rios. Please come forward. Colleagues, there's a few.
Ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Board President Rios wanted me to share that for counselors' recognition and achievements, there are 5 counselors in Norwalk, La Mirada Unified School District in the top 50, that are part of the top 50. 5 are in the top 50. Congratulations. Next, we move on to recognizing our Angel Tree sponsors. Every holiday season, the Social Services Department's Angel Tree program brings holiday joy and laughter to more than 1,500 children. My City Council colleagues and I would like to thank all the volunteers and sponsors who helped make this event happen and successful, very successful. We also have a video to present and acknowledge the sponsors. Staff will play the video for us now. I want to, yes, round of applause. Nice video. Before we go on to recognizing our sponsors, and I'll have our city manager help me do that, I just want to say that there was so many smiling and happy faces that day, and many of those children that participated not just received 1, 2, but up to like 3 gifts. And so that would only be possible because of the level of support we have from our sponsors. So thank you so very much for all of you that helped sponsor this activity. And I'll turn it over to Mr. Gomez to give us more information on our sponsors.
Yes, Mayor, members of City Council, if you can come up here, the sponsors will join you for pictures. And we'll go ahead and start thanking the sponsors, and those would be the Diamond sponsors, and that would be Tom and Marie Jackson, and the Norwalk Senior Citizen Center.
And I want you to know that Tom and Marie have been sponsors for many, many years. How many years, Tom?
Not enough. I got 20 more.
There you go. Gabby, you heard that. How many years in Norwalk?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm the one.
Yes.
I've been here
I married her to get into
over
Norwalk.
7 years. At least that. I was in the 3rd grade.
church, there were about 5 of us guys that were sitting around and said, the conversation went toward what could we be doing to help the city of Norwalk. We help our church, but we don't help the city. And somebody came to maybe the next meeting and said, you know, there's something called Angel Tree. And it's a big party for lots of kids. And so we volunteered. We took our wives too. And back there's a picture on my computer that pops up every once in a while. And there's like 4 or 5 of us in that picture. And it turned into be, I worked at the party and I saw all of those little smiling faces. And I thought, God, this is really a good thing. And so I got hooked. And I've been hooked ever since. I probably don't work the party as much anymore, but I can surely afford to help support it.
Thank you.
We're done.
Yes, so if you don't mind waiting for the next. So Norwalk Senior Citizen Center, do we have anyone representing? No? Okay. Next, we have gold sponsors, Arise International Church, and we also have Golden State Water Company. Gold sponsors. Gold. And again, thank you. Next, we have the silver sponsors. And the silver sponsors are the United Parents Club, and we also have, as a silver sponsor, Bahan and Friends.
Okay, so up here we have, the United Parents Club, and we also have Sages and Friends.
Bajin and Friends. People from the island of Barbados.
Perfect. Okay, everybody, ready? 1, 2, 3. One, 1, 2, 3.
Hang tight, we've got 2 more photos here. One, two, three. One more. 1, 2, and 3.
And then smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hold still. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Another round of applause.
And next, we have the major sponsors, the Alondra Senior Citizens Club, We have the International Seniors Club. The Norwalk Auto Auction. Norwalk Transit Stuff-A-Bus. Shinto Presbyterian Church. And the Water Replenishment District.
International Seniors Club, presente. The Norwalk Auto Auction. And the Presbyterian Church. Somebody here from the church? No. Oh, not yet. We'll get it. Yep, we're good.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
And those are the sponsors, and we are very grateful for your contribution, sponsorship, to be able to provide smiles and gifts to the children in Norwalk. Thank you.
We're here for more pictures. Oh, really? Okay, next we have recognizing Stuff-A-Bus school participation. In 2002, the Norwalk Transit System launched the Stuff-A-Bus program. Stuff-A-Bus helps improve the quality of life of our local underserved families during the holiday season. The famous holiday theme wrapped Stuff-A-Bus made special appearances at local schools and collected new wrap toys for distribution to the City of Norwalk Social Services Department's Angel Tree program. The City of Norwalk would like to commend John Glenn High School. Woo, all right. Yeah, be proud. Norwalk High School. Nettie Waite Middle School. We want to commend all of them for hosting the Stuff-A-Bus at their school site. They helped assist in collecting over 400 new toys and clothing items. The dedication shown by students, staff, and faculty from these schools serves as a true testament to their leadership in our community. I invite the representatives from the school's faculty and student body to join my colleagues and myself to receive commendations for your dedication and service. I would like to, I'll call one of you at a time, okay? And when I call you, then that means your turn is up. So we are starting this evening with Cindy Johnson, teacher from John Glenn High School, and students, come on up. Okay, next up, we have Christina Maru, Assistant Principal of Athletics, Activities and Facilities, along with ASB President and ASB Director from Norwalk High School. Come on up.
Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Over, everyone. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. One more shot. 1, 2, 3, smile. Got it.
Okay, next we have Javier Morales, school counselor from Nettie Waite Middle School, along with the school admin team. Come on up.
Okay, everyone. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Hold still, everyone. 1, 2, 3, smile. One more shot. 1, 2, 3, smile. Got it.
I want to thank and acknowledge once more the youth that were part of this program in our schools and how they actively participated to reach out to others to donate toys for this program. So I just think it's amazing that they have this opportunity to demonstrate leadership and civic engagement. So we thank them so very much. And those mentors and adults at the schools that are leading them. That's so, so important. Okay, next we have our holiday home and business decor contest winners. So, here, I take it. Oh, my comadre over here. Every year, Norwalk's Community Promotion Commission hosts the Home and Business Beautification Contest. This contest gives residents and businesses the opportunity to show off their properties and spread holiday cheer. Community Promotion Commissioners vote for contest winners in 2 exciting categories. They are Best Display in Residential and Best Display in Interior Business. Today, my colleagues and I would like to recognize the winners of the contest. I know that we have the third place is not present, but I'd still like to acknowledge that the third place winner is Edgar Aguirre. Yes. The first place is Miguel Cornejo. Congratulations.
Now, let me tell you,
Yes.
holidays, any holiday you go by their house, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's, everything.
Beautiful. And present with us this evening is our second place winner, Cliff Westerlin. Cliff, where are you? Come on up and we'll take a few photos.
Cliff, I hope you accept this humble acknowledgement. I know that every year you do an outstanding job. How long does it take you to do this display? 60 hours. Non-stop? Non-stop, 60 hours. He's still putting it away. But he promises that this year is going to be even better, so I can't wait to see. We have yeah.
And here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
I'm sure it's not just him alone. Oh, no, I did not. I didn't know. Who do we have here? His daughter. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh my God, and in addition to the family, let him or her know that she was part of the celebration.
Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. One more over here, please. Count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. And one more shot. Still. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Oh, he's full. There you go. The Westerland family is also receiving a $75
Okay, and now we'll go ahead and continue with our city manager comments. Jesus?
Yes, Mayor, members of the City Council and our community. The first thing is an exciting evening. We have lots of participation in our civic engagement, and also our volunteers, all of our volunteers who provide a number of hours to our programs. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and we hope that you can continue with that participation in volunteerism spirit throughout this year. Next, we just want to announce that outdoor activities are canceled, but indoor activities are still happening in our Parks and Recreation and throughout our city. And then the third is that throughout this storm, we have had, I think what we had great excellent communication to our community in terms of the storms that were coming, and by God, they just got them right on time. It's 11 o'clock, yeah, it just started, the storm started at 11. But the one thing that I want to highlight is that with our public safety department, we have a 24-hour watch. So know that we're watching the floods or the trees that are falling. And we also have participating in that is our public services department. If any trees do fall or block any streets, they are prepared to come out and be able to remove those to have access, to continue to have access for our residents. And so I want to just assure you that we have a team that's dedicated to you, the residents, and we will continue to do that throughout the storm, and if there are any storms in the near future. But know that we have an emergency preparedness and center that is alive and well. For this storm, we will close the EOC tonight at midnight. So just know that we have been on staff. Thank you, our public safety, our public services. They have been working around the clock to make sure that our city is maintained so that we can have access through our streets. Next, we have our director's report tonight will be our finance department, and they will highlight some of the items that they provide for you, the residents, in their department. They have a video and a presentation, so with that, we'll start with the video. And our director is Yana Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Thank you, Mr. Gomez, Mayor Rios, members of the City Council. It is my privilege to represent Finance Department, and I'm very proud to be working side by side with 15 other individuals that are committed to our city, to serve our departments, provide service and support, as well as you could see our residents in different areas. We are here to make sure that every penny is counted that comes into our coffers, that every penny is counted that comes out of our coffers, that we support our departments in managing their budgets, reporting every transactions that happen here, and we are committed here to do it with integrity and loyalty. And we thank you for all your support and commitment to financial responsibility. Thank you.
Next, we have what was mentioned earlier, a video to demonstrate our Youth and Sports and Fitness Expo that was held here in the city. And if you didn't attend, we'd like to share the experience with you. Thank you. The next video is a Southeast Area Animal Control Authority pet adoption update video. As you know, we have been working closely with SIACA to be able to have residents, individuals adopt pets. And so with that, we'd like to highlight a success story tonight.
This is Bella. This is my dog, Boxer Lab Mix. Well, she had to be less than a year old. I was 14, so I'm 25 now, so she's about 11 years old. Come here. She's a great dog. She's great with my nieces and nephew. She loves them. She loves to play with them.
Just one of our success stories here in the city. Next, we have the 2024 homeless count video that we'd like to share with you. As was mentioned earlier, we had great participation. We want to share with you, again, the experience of those who volunteered and made a difference in this year's homeless count. It serves a purpose. The county registers those numbers, and then resources are divided amongst the county based on those numbers. So with that, we will have a video to show you.
Thank you very, very much for joining us here at the Social Services Center. The information that we'll gather, the intel this evening, is important because it's going to help us to touch that community experiencing housing insecurity. We do so very much already, but this evening would just be another kind of drop in that bucket of intel and information so that collectively, together, with everything that we'll be able to accomplish this evening, will help us to do what we're doing even that much better.
Another great evening working for our unsheltered individuals. And then last but not least, we have our bi-weekly video that sums up some of the events that we've had, and just to show you where you can participate, come out and join us.
On January 20th, 2024, Norwalk Public Safety and the California Highway Patrol hosted a child car seat safety event. Keep your little ones safe by using the car seats properly. On January 21st, 2024, the Behavior Frontiers Autism Center held its grand opening in Norwalk. The center helps children with autism and other special needs. On January 22nd, 2024, Mountain Mike's Pizza held its ribbon-cutting ceremony at Norwalk Fitness Village. Stop by for pizza, wings, and more. On January 28th, 2024, the 3rd Gen Nursing Academy held its grand opening. They are located at 12440 Firestone Boulevard. Continuing to keep the Norwalk community safe, Public Safety held several neighborhood watch events throughout the city. Join us at the next Neighborhood Watch.
And Mayor, that concludes my comments.
Very nice videos. Thank you to our communications team for putting all that together and capturing all the good stuff that's happening in our city. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to now move forward with our consent calendar. I'd like to, though, pull items 8 and 9, just to see if we have any questions or comments. So can we get a motion to move with the consent calendar items?
So moved.
Okay.
Second?
Okay. So can I get a roll call for items on the consent calendar that exclude 8 and 9?
Yes, Mayor. Councilmembers Perez,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Valencia. Aye. Mayor Rios.
Aye. Okay, now, items 8 and 9, I asked to pull because it is a pretty significant event and activity in our city. So I just wanted to give my colleagues an opportunity for any questions or comments.
No, the only comment I need to make is that I just wanted to be transparent to let everybody know that I'm currently the second vice president of the Lions Club on this item.
And I am a member of the Lions Club.
And Madam Mayor, if I may inquire, both of you serve in a volunteer capacity for the Lions Club.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else? No? Okay, then I'll go ahead and make a motion to move items 8 and 9.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmembers Perez,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Valencia.
Aye.
Mayor Rios.
Aye. Yes. Okay, we are now moving on to, my computer keeps restarting for some reason, but advisory bodies. Do we have any appointments this evening? Item 13. Any appointments this evening? No? Okay. We'll go ahead and move on to item 14, which is our public hearing. This item is continued, resolution number, what is being continued, was continued, I'm sorry. Resolution number 24-02, appeal of the Planning Commission's denial of precise development plan number 2023-02 and conditional use permit number 2023-03-11642 on 11642 Firestone Boulevard. This item was continued from the January 16th meeting, and the applicant has requested another continuance to March 5th, 2024. Having no objections, I'd like to ask that we continue this item.
Madam Mayor, it would be appropriate then to open the public hearing tonight solely for the purpose of entertaining a motion to continue the item to March 5th at these council chambers at 6 p.m.
Is there anyone present wishing to speak on this item? Do my colleagues have any questions or comments regarding the item? Okay, so with that, I believe we have a consensus to continue the item to March 5th. Do I need
We
formal
would need a
vote?
motion. Yes.
Okay.
Move it. Move it to continue it to March 5th.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Perez,
Aye.
Ramirez, Valencia.
Aye.
Mayor Rios.
Aye. Item number 15 is reports. And today we have a very exciting report. I'm super excited about it. Our Norwalk 5K Run special event. Staff report, please.
Yes, Mayor, members of the City Council, Ms. Sonia Batres will present.
Good afternoon, Mayor and council members. I'll be reporting on the 5K run, our very first 5K run in Norwalk.
Yay.
Next slide.
We're running.
A little bit of background on this event. The Norwalk City Council approved adding and creating a city-operated 5K run special event for fiscal year 23-24. The primary goal is to encourage and foster health and wellness within our city. It's open to all ages and skill levels, and residents from beginners to professionals are invited to bring their families and friends. The Recreation and Park Services Department is responsible for managing and coordinating all citywide events, and after evaluating the department's event calendar, neighboring running events, and many other logistical factors, the department has determined Sunday, June 2nd, 2024 as the best date for the event. We did review other local cities, and on the table that you see on this slide, you'll notice that We reviewed, and we wanted to make sure we didn't have any conflicting dates with other cities. Next slide. And there we are, Sunday, June 2nd, all for us. Next slide. A couple of race details. We'll be having 2 runs. We'll be having our 5K run. We'll have 2,000 participants, so we will be capping it at 2,000 to ensure that we can have everyone registered and ready to go for the event. The 5K will be 3.12 miles, and it will start at 8:30 a.m. We will also have a children's 1K dash for ages 4 to 12. We'll have 500 spots available, and the start time will be at 8 a.m. Our department is evaluating the race course, and the race course will be released with the event flyer on February 23rd, 2024. In your packet, you do have a save the date flyer for June 2nd that we'll be sharing by the end of this week. The Recreation and Park Services Department has an allocated budget of $93,000 for fiscal year 23-24 for the Norwalk 5K run. The event will intake revenue per runner registration and event sponsorships. The fee schedule allows an early bird rate to encourage early registration, to establish traction, and a grassroots approach towards promoting the event. The department has created a robust sponsorship package detailing all the benefits for potential event sponsors. And in your packet, you'll see our sponsorship package that you are welcome to share. A little bit about our fees. For our 5K adult pricing for early bird, it'll be $25 with regular registration at $30 and same-day registration at $40. For the 5K youth pricing, which is any child under 17, early bird will be $15, regular will be $25, and same day will be $40. And then for our children's 1K dash for children 4 to 12, early bird will be $15, regular will be $20, and same day will be $20. So this is once again to encourage early registration. It's also on your save the date flyer as well. Next slide. Registration will include the following: a premium race shirt, participation medal for all runners, chip timing and running bib, a race expo or access to the race expo and packet pickup, entertainment, so we're going to have DJ or a live band, event photography, and a kids fun zone. And that image on the screen is just an example of the t-shirt and what the medal may look like. Next slide. I would like to go over a little bit of our sponsorship opportunity and our benefit levels. So we have our championship level at 2,000, and they would receive stage acknowledgement, logo placement on bib, t-shirt, social media, website, also on our promotional material at the event, like banners, signage, flyers, and also a booth space at the exhibitor expo. Next slide. For professional, we'll have the monetary amount is $1,500, and they get a little bit less than that, but they still get a lot, as you can see on the screen. Next slide. For rookie is $1,000. Next slide. And for trainer is $500. So as mentioned, they'll get a little bit less, but still a wonderful opportunity for any of our local businesses to participate. We wanted to make it accessible for anyone that would like to sponsor from $500 to $2,000. Next slide. The recommended action will further the city's strategic plan goals, numbers 2.2 and 3.1. 2.2 is cultivate civic engagement and participation, and 3.1, create dynamic neighborhoods. Staff recommends City Council receive and file this report. Are there any questions?
Colleagues, Rick?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Mayor. I know we're the city on the move, right? We're innovative, we're bright, we're doing a lot of great things. And I don't want to exclude any segment of our community. So I want to see if we could possibly include our adaptive program, our kids with special needs. If it's a shorter route, children or adults, I mean, we have to be inclusive. And I think it wasn't even mentioned in here. So if we could maybe research on how we can accommodate that.
Sure. And if I may add, we will have different age groups in the 5K run, and we can definitely include that. Any other questions?
Jennifer?
The only thing that I would say is go after those sponsors.
Yeah, oh, we'll get them.
Let's get those sponsors, because then we can trickle down that general fund number. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for our city. And I know we have so many businesses and nonprofits and schools, et cetera, that would love to be a sponsor for this type of event. And you guys do a great job at getting those. And I can see us reaching big numbers for those sponsorships and really break down that big number there. Thank you.
And I'll start it off. I'll be a sponsor. So you heard it here.
Yay.
Let me write that down.
No. Minimum bid is 500.
Whatever the minimum bid is, 5. It may be more, but just minimum 5.
Thank you.
It's these activities mean a lot to our community.
Yes.
And back in 2007-8, we had a 5K run, and that just united our community and brought our community out. So I like to see more of these events throughout the year. Actually, I mean, Santa Fe Springs is doing one for St. Patty's Day. They just had one. So yeah, I think the more we get our kids and families out in fresh air and some physical activity, it's a win-win.
And it's for walkers, runners, people that have strollers. It's for everyone. So it's really for the community.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yes, no, I'm super excited about this. I'm glad that, we are looking at how do we continue to build upon our, health and wellness. I know this year that's a really big one for me. And so I truly believe in, hey, get these kids and families out and to the outdoors, fresh air, get them out to just look at what's in your community, interact with others. So I'm really glad that this was supported and that we're moving forward with it and that it's the first. I think that you guys will, just if you build on that, just let our sponsors and everyone know that's, you want to get interest. Hey, this is the first one that we're having, here in the city of Norwalk. And like you've heard, there's other communities that have done that, but we're doing it in Norwalk. And as anything else we do in Norwalk, we're going to get it right. And it's big. So I'm super, super excited. I know I was looking at the budget and I guess I was just wondering when I saw that number, because sometimes cities do more than one of these type of events in their city. So I just wonder how they get around the kind of cost prohibitive part. I really think we're going to see a lot of sponsor participation. But I guess the funding then, the approximate, amount that you guys came up with, can you just give me like maybe a quick, what is it, the gist of that expense?
Well, I know on the race course, it's going to depend a lot on traffic control, which is one of the largest costs, and staffing. So as we identify the race course, we're going to keep in mind costs. So obviously not closing the major streets, being mindful of that because that will change traffic control. So I know that's one of the largest pieces of the puzzle for this event.
Okay. And I see that one of the options for the sponsorship is logos on a t-shirt. I'm just wondering, I don't know that I'm trying to visualize it, but like a bunch of logos on the back of a t-shirt, is that kind of how they put t-shirts together, or?
Yes, and based on their level, their logo would be larger or smaller depending, and we could also do like name placement, so it'll still, it won't be cluttered.
Okay,
It'll be based on level.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm afraid of, is I don't want it to look cluttered. I'd still like it to look really neat. And I want to make sure that the City of Norwalk logo is very prominent.
We'll make sure to do that,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
We're the biggest sponsor here.
Of course, yes.
I want to make sure that our logo is very prominent. And then the other question I had was, and just as questions that I've already received, pets. How are we going to, is it not not a go this time? Was it considered? Did anyone else bring it up? I know that was a question that was
It hasn't been
posed
brought
to
up,
me.
but in my
Okay.
experience with other runs, pets are always welcome as long as they're on leashes. So if the council would like for pets to be involved, which I recommend, I personally haven't ever had any issues with other events that I've produced. I think pets is always a nice thing to, invite to the event. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering because that was already one of the questions that was posed to me, and I didn't have an answer, but I said, well, let me see if it was talked about, considered, pros, cons,
I think when we set the rules for the event, we can add some type of component about pets and
Pet safety.
Pet safety.
Yes, yes, because, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I
And we'll
would
have
like
them
to
pay
see
an
the
entry
fact
fee.
that, pets temperament, right?
Yes.
They act differently amongst people.
Yes.
I've been an avid runner, and most 5Ks, 10Ks, marathons, no pets are allowed, unless it's a family fun walk, right? But when it's competition, it's a 5K run, I think perhaps pets should, maybe after the event where we gather, that would be considered, but on the course, I don't think it would be a great idea because the temperament of these animals, you never know. They act differently amongst crowds, people, small kids. And
That
this
is true.
runner goes by, they snap at them, they snip. Just being playful.
We
Great.
Yeah, that
expect
is
runners
true.
of all levels, and as I mentioned, also walkers. So they tend to start after the runners, more professional runners that usually start first. So we can coordinate it, so it's available for both. Some people feel comfortable walking with their dog, but we can definitely, bring that back to the council if you like.
But is the walkers and the runners going to take off at the same time, or is it going to be kind of staggered?
We'll have staggered as far as
Take
different
off.
age groups.
Uh-huh.
However, typically those that are walking tend to kind of stay back and let the runners go first. There's a lot of people that they're not trying to do the run to win. They're just doing the run as like make a fun run or a fun walk. So it really is dependent on allowing the runners to go first, and then the walkers would typically stay behind and then start right after them.
Because, I mean, we are awarding medals for the first, like first, second, third. I don't know how are we gonna do that?
We're doing first and second
Okay.
the male and female category in different age groups.
And then age groups, okay.
Correct.
Well, I mean, although I like the idea of pets, but I don't know that, maybe for this go around, considering there's some people are pretty competitive. I know up here we're pretty competitive, so it's a match among the five of us of who's gonna come in first. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Rick talks about running, but that was in 2007. We never have a runner. That's been a long time, buddy. But no, I mean, it looks great so far. It looks very, very good, and I'm excited to see what else the staff comes up with, and I appreciate all the time and effort that's coming, going into this. Once again, another great community event that we're going to be able to provide to our residents here, families. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we will receive in file. Okay. Move on to oral communications, and first card I have here, and I'd like to ask that Mr. Frank Yokoyama come up to the podium. There he is. And I'll ask Frank to introduce himself as well.
Hello. Hi, thank you, Mayor Rios, Councilmember Ramirez, Councilmember Valencia, and Councilmember Perez. It's great to see you. I am Cerritos Councilmember Frank Aurelio Yokoyama. I'm always glad to run into you serving the residents of our neighboring communities. It was really great hearing about all the awesome things happening in your city of Norwalk, from your council member comments, from your presentations to your community members, and even your upcoming 5K run. I'm here today to talk to you about the Southern California Association of Government, our cities, Norwalk and Cerritos, are members of SCAG. I have the honor, I am blessed to represent the city of Norwalk and Artesia and Hawaiian Gardens and Cerritos in SCAG. And I just wanted to catch up with you regarding SCAG and let you know that I am aware that the city of Norwalk applied for a REAP grant and it was unsuccessful. And I asked staff, SCAG staff, to please work with the city of Norwalk and your staff, your hardworking staff, so that we can work together for a successful grant award in the future. But I just want you to know that I'm your advocate over at SCAG for the city of Norwalk, getting those important grant funds through REAP. And I'd love to talk about SCAG and the REAP grant awards with any of you or your staff. Please feel free to contact me. Another thing I wanted to let you know is that SCAG is having its upcoming 2024 Regional Conference and General Assembly, and all of you are invited. And I hope you'll consider attending so we can represent, again, our neighboring communities there together. I hope you will consider attending the 2024 Regional Conference and General Assembly of SCAG on May 2 and May 3 in Palm Desert. And if you have any questions about it, again, please let me know, and I'd love to talk with you about it. Another opportunity is I would love it, even though I'm blessed to represent your city on the SCAG Regional Conference, I would love it if Norwalk, the Norwalk City Council has another seat at the table at SCAG. And you might have seen the letter, is that time? Yeah. You might have seen a letter you got from the Gateway City COG that there's a vacancy on the Transportation Committee. I hope you will consider applying for that vacancy so we can serve on SCAG together. Last thing is the city of Cerritos' loss of a wonderful employee who worked in communications and with the city council, Rosalie. I was so glad to see her here. Cerritos' loss is Norwalk's gain. Thank you very much for this time to address you. Please feel free to reach out to me. I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Adrian Montesinos. Can you please introduce yourself?
Please click the arrow down.
Good evening, Mayor Rios and esteemed City Council members. My name is Adrian Montesinos, and I am the president of the St. Paul High School Booster Club. I am here today to briefly tell you about the St. Paul High School Booster Club, as well as invite you to our annual charity golf tournament happening on Monday, May 13th. The St. Paul High School Booster Club has always been around, but we have spent the last year getting it back off the ground. Our mission is simple, but broad at the same time. Our mission is to support all sports and activities at St. Paul High School. How do we do that? We support the school by fundraising, hosting events, alumni outreach, community outreach, helping to increase enrollment, finding opportunities, and helping to direct resources to the school. Over the past year, our group has accomplished a lot and has had several victories along the way in terms of accomplishing our mission. Due to our performance, we have been entrusted to run this year's St. Paul High School Golf Classic, which we are extremely excited to do. Mayor Rios, I would like to formally invite you, the members of City Council, and the rest of Norwalk to attend our golf tournament in May. If you are a golfer, I promise you the golf will be great. If you are not a golfer, we have accommodations for you. The Latina Golfers Association will be hosting a free Golf 101 session, which includes both a range and putting session, where men and women will be able to learn the basics of golf, including golf etiquette. Clubs will be provided by the Latina Golfers Association, and no experience is required. We will also be having an after party on the patio where there will be food, drinks, auctions, raffles, socializing, and networking. Attending the party does not require attending golf during the day. We're also looking for sponsors and ask that you share information with the businesses and interested persons of Norwalk so that they may consider being a sponsor for our event. St. Paul High School has been around and a proud member of the community since 1956. That's a long time, older than me. We are proud to be here tonight, and we look forward to continue being involved in the wonderful community of Norwalk. Thank you.
Go Swordsman. Go Swordsman.
Go Swordsman, that's right. Councilwoman Jennifer Perez is a St. Paul alumni, and we're very thankful for that. Thank you. Oh, hello.
Feel free to provide the information to our city clerk
Okay.
to provide for us.
Sure.
And then also feel free to email us with that information.
Absolutely, thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Okay, next we have William Donovan. Donovan? William? Is William here? No, I don't see William. Okay. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to share that the first place winners of the decorating contest were the Cornejo family. They were texting me that they got their car broken into and their tools taken. He's a mechanic, so they couldn't be here today. They're very sorry, but and they're watching it live stream. So I assured them that they were going to get their award and the gift card and everything. So thank you so much, Mayor.
Okay, and with that, we are going to adjourn in the memory of Lou Banis. And I will wish everyone a safe and wonderful evening. Please take care. We are adjourned.